So yes, you are going to get another opportunity to communicate with this person, but not in the way of taking them back. That's where I was saying in part 1, you're allowed to tell this person no. You're allowed to tell this person if you need to F off. And again, don't make it fit. I don't think you ever did with this person. I think in your own funny way, and I'm not saying in the end it doesn't end with conflict or you tell them to go away, but you never sat them down and really, and I'm not saying you have to make this person understand where you come from, but you never have had that opportunity to take your power back, to really, I guess in a funny way, discipline this person and to understand that their behavior is not okay. You constantly inviting them back in, whether you are a big old softie for this person or simply doing the yeah, what do you want? That's still taking them back in. No. Be a little bit more guarded when it comes to this person. But again, like what I was saying is like you haven't moved on from the pain that they put you through. In the nicest way, and that's where I was feeling in part 1, this could come off a little blunt. You cannot complain what this person has put you through if you keep allowing that energy to come into your space. Okay? They keep giving you an opportunity. They keep throwing this person back into your energy, and it's not as, that's what I'm also saying, you're misreading the signs. You keep thinking, oh, the universe just wants me to take them back. I don't want them. No, that's not what they're doing. You keep asking for the universe, I need to say what I have to say. They screwed me up. I need to let them know what they're doing is not okay. And they keep giving you that opportunity to do it, and you keep misreading them that I kind of need to take them back, or I need to take their energy back, or I need to make peace with them, or make friends. No, it's about learning how to say no to somebody. That's a lesson you've always had a hard time kind of conquering in a funny way. Knight of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. That's exactly what I'm saying right there. It's like you've always thought that the universe is throwing this person in your energy to start a new journey with them. And you're kind of like, I don't want to. Okay, you're right. You don't have to. Learn to say no. Learn to tell this person no. Learn to tell this person how you treated me, how you've always treated me is not okay. But I'm also here and take some accountability too, as far as, hey, listen, I'm sorry for always taking you back in. That is my bad. But I've kind of learned in my own, isolation, my own healing journey, that the way that I can't keep doing this. I know what I want, and it's not you. It's about putting this person in their place. Again, it's not so much of you saying this is going to mold them or it's going to shape them into a new person. It's kind of about calling them out. Makes me curious if your person, whoever this is, again, this could apply to an ex-lover, friend, even family member. Again, very general. Again, go to part 1 and make sure all this makes sense. Makes me curious if you're really with somebody that's never really been called out. They've always been coddled their whole life, and they've always kind of felt this entitled energy. And that's where the Knight of Pentacles is coming from, because I feel like in a funny way, it's this person. They've always felt the need to slowly enter back in your energy or take their time of coming through or doing this, and this. And you've always interpreted as, well, this must be a new journey. No, it's not. It's about you continuously suppressing in certain emotions that you should not be suppressed. That's what I'm saying. In your own right, you're kind of an avoidant. You don't want to have that uncomfortable conversation with somebody of simply telling them no. In your own right, makes me curious if I'm talking to a little bit of a people pleaser. As a retired people pleaser, fuck that. Sometimes you got to look people in the face and said, I said no. And that's the end of it. Ace of Swords. The Hermit. That's where I'm saying, I feel like when you're in isolation, I said this in part 1, you see the situation clearly, but when this person calls you, texts you, knocks on your door, you run into them at the pasta aisle at the Kroger, I don't care, then you're all like, well, this may be my 3 of Wands. Well, like you kind of cut yourself and this person some slack. And that is a shadow aspect, is that's what I'm saying. In your own right, you're kind of a people pleaser. And I don't think you're like that with everybody, but with this person you are. Why? Because you still have an emotional attachment towards them. Makes me curious of who I'm really talking about. You truly, the Empress in reverse. This is your chance to call your power back. You see, Okay? And don't beat yourself up. It is okay. But I always say, like, because that's where I was, again, go to part one, this collective. I feel like you're kind of like, why do they keep seeing them back to me? Why do I have to keep talking to them? Because they will always repeat the same lesson to you till you finally get it. In your own right, you're blocking your own manifestations of what you truly deserve. You never really, with the Empress in reverse, got this person out of your energy. You've always suppressed it. You're an avoidant. You didn't heal from it, you're avoiding it. And that's what the Ace of Swords and the Hermit right there, you're not seeing clearly on. Heavy Earth energy, heavy Virgo energy I got going on right here. I got some air energy coming through, definitely some Taurus. A lot of Earth energy. Let me see what else they got to tell you. The Moon, Pisces now. Let me see more with the Moon. And then I got the Seven of Cups. 1 second. Remember how I talked about the whole people-pleasing thing? And again, I don't think you do this with everybody. With this person, you kind of do. Part of it is, yes, I do think there is some people-pleasing tendencies when it comes to this person, but I think a lot of it is you're scared. You're scared of the unknown. You don't know what's next for you. You just don't know. And I think that's when it comes to this person, yes, you know that, like, you're kind of over it. You're over the communication. You're over all the repeated cycles. I know you're over that. But I think a part deep down inside of you is you're kind of scared. You're scared of the unknown. You're scared of what's coming next for you. You're scared of what's coming next for this person. Are they going to move on? Are you never going to see this person again? Are you going to hear from this person again? You're really not embracing as far as being open to receive. Whether it comes to this person, the next person, within yourself. It's time to be open to receive. You don't have to, again, deal with this, obviously, but don't worry about the outcome. Go sit in the corner and surrender. Be open to receive. 10 of Pentacles, just know you're safe. But that's what I'm saying I'm staring at this Moon and it's hysterical. That's what I'm saying. You never saw the situation clearly with this person. You see how these two women are dancing, and, you know, I look at this as the universe. They're watching the both of you, but you see this crab that's coming out, or a lobster, whatever it is, and it's about to claw you both. That's what I'm saying. It's like every time you misinterpret the signs, every time this person would show up in your life. Oh, like, we're going to be dancing under the moonlight, and then on the both of you, and then it would bite you both in the butt. You've been told repeatedly that it's not working. I always say with that Seven of Cups too, you could sip on as many cups as you want until that one bounds to be poisonous, because there's always that one cup that has the snake. You keep sipping on the same cup with this person, then you wonder why it keeps biting you, because it's not meant for you, at least not right now. But you keep forcing in a funny way for the situation. Not forcing is the right word, but you keep doing the, we end in conflict. We go back in no contact for a few months, but I don't know why they show up in my life. Okay, they're back in my life. This must mean something, but then you get huffy and puffy when they continuously show up in your life because you continuously not see the lesson. See the lesson. But whether you like it or not, you need to have that uncomfortable conversation with this person. The Queen of Cups right here. Soft, sweet, vulnerable queen, but she's a little bit naive. In the nicest way, stop being naive when it comes to this person. You let your emotions kind of overrule this person, and I know why you have a hard time with this person, because again, with the Queen of Cups, you have an emotional attachment with this person. Let's do one more. Seven of Pentacles. And then the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I just keep hearing stop nurturing a dead tree. You're getting nowhere. Talking about this person. 777, that number could be very significant to you. Stop nurturing a dead tree when you got a bunch of other plants surrounding you that are still alive and thriving, hence the Seven of Cups. You got all these different cups surrounding you that are beautiful or willing to fulfill you, but let's fulfill the snake. It's time to have that uncomfortable conversation and quit avoiding it and allowing this energy back in. I love you guys. I hope this helped. I will see you next one, Pookie.